When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive. Marcus Aurelius, the great Roman emperor and eminent philosopher, emphasized the importance of waking up early and incorporating this habit into a morning routine to enhance daily tasks. It's crucial to understand that sleep is an energy-restoring experience, not a waste of time or a period of laziness. This rest period contributes significantly to your life's achievements. In this video, we'll explore 10 key Stoic principles to help you cultivate mornings that align with your long-term goals. Remember, great achievements are realized through incremental, small, yet persistent routine changes. Let's begin. The only thing I ask of you is not to skip this video in any way. If you're here, consider yourself different from the majority. Consider yourself an exception. Now act like one and don't skip any part of the content. Find your Ikigai. Ikigai is a Japanese concept of well-being that can make your mornings more productive. It translates to a reason for being. If you find your life's purpose, you will certainly have more motivation to wake up. Focused and productive mornings lead to focused, productive, and successful days, which inevitably create a successful existence. Conversely, unfocused, unproductive, and mediocre mornings lead to unfocused, unproductive, and mediocre days, ultimately resulting in a mediocre quality of life. Ikigai is defined as the reason why you wake up in the morning, which can be seen as your purpose in life. Marcus Aurelius believed that each of us has a purpose, something we were created for, and we must fulfill that purpose with effort and honor. This purpose is what makes you get out of bed in the morning to face another day. Your Ikigai can be anything, something you enjoy and haven't done in a long time, a new skill you want to develop, or anything that provides you with a meaningful reason to keep your motivation alive. The best way to find your Ikigai is by asking yourself, if I had more time, what things could I do? Create a list of 30 answers and select your favorites from those 30. This exercise will bring you closer to discovering what motivates you. It's a task you need to complete before starting your day, as it will help you have healthy social connections, positively challenge yourself, relieve stress to stay fit, be creative, and avoid depression. You need to give yourself a solid reason to wake up, something to do every morning that motivates you the most. Prepare for your mornings. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, all our efforts must be directed toward the end, or we will act in vain. If it's not right, in the end, it will fail. Becoming a morning person requires more effort than just setting the alarm for 5. People who have decided to make the most of their mornings not only have a routine when they wake up, but also before going to sleep. While you have no control over your consciousness while you are sleeping, you have control over your nighttime activities, which will make it easier to get out of bed. You can start by minimizing TV and phone time before bedtime. Commit yourself to start tonight. Don't stay on your phone when lying down. Get your setting ready for tomorrow. For example, if you want to go to the gym, set aside your workout clothes the night before. Arrange your clothes ahead of time so you save energy the next day. If your gym clothes and sneakers are ready and waiting for you, it will be harder to skip the workout. This 2-minute exercise will save you time and energy in the morning. A person with unresolved problems, whether financial, relationship, or work-related, cannot sleep well because their minds don't rest. You've probably experienced this, laying your head on the pillow and reliving the situation countless times. It's better to spend the necessary time to resolve any problems you can before going to bed. If you have problems that you can't solve immediately or that are out of your control, practice deep breathing before bed. Calmly inhale while counting to 5, then exhale all the air while silently counting to 5 again. By doing this simple exercise, your body understands that there is no danger and you can relax. Increased oxygen intake helps your muscles become less tense, slows your heart rate, and brings an inner sense of peace. Your mind needs to slow down for you to have a good night's sleep, which will directly impact your morning. By making small sacrifices, you can be on the right path to becoming a morning person and squeezing the most out of your day to be more productive. Avoid distractions. After waking up, Marcus Aurelius says to focus on every minute like a Roman, doing what's in front of you and freeing yourself from all other distractions. Some mornings when we wake up, we are pulled in several different directions. Without even realizing it, you often get distracted by all kinds of things, random videos on your WhatsApp feed, a new episode of your favorite series, a tragic news channel, Instagram, and text messages. There are dirty dishes in the sink and unpaid internet and electricity bills. Even today, with dozens of means of communication and mental stimuli, no matter how early you wake up, you will be distracted. Some days, it feels like the world is conspiring to disrupt your focus and prevent you from accomplishing anything substantial. Most of the time, the things that distract us serve as productive procrastination. These are tasks that, while useful and necessary, should not be the focus at that moment. We end up getting busy with these tasks and neglecting our real goals. If you're waking up early, you're doing so for a reason, to make the most of the extra time to do things you love before being drawn into the demands of daily life. Wake up consistently. According to Marcus Aurelius, you should build your life action by action and be content if each one achieves its goal as far as possible, knowing that no one can stop you. The degree to which you take responsibility for everything in your life is precisely the degree of personal power you need to change or create anything you want. If you truly want to wake up early every day, then you must do it consistently to make it part of your routine. You need to develop your self-discipline. Self-discipline is nothing more than the habit of consistency. Finding the motivation to do something repeatedly until it becomes automatic and you start seeing results is essential. In The Miracle Morning, it's suggested that we need to be consistent for the first 30 days to develop a new routine. This 30-day period is divided into 3 phases of 10 days each, with each phase presenting different emotional challenges and mental obstacles. The first 10 days of implementing any new habit or getting rid of an old one can seem almost unbearable. The desire to quit will be strong. If your new habit is to wake up early, your experience in the first 10 days might be something like this. Oh God, it's already morning. I don't want to get up, I'm too tired. I need more sleep. Where's the coffee? And then you hit the snooze button. The problem for most people is that they don't realize these first seemingly unbearable 10 days are only temporary. After getting through the first 10 days, the hardest part, you move on to the second phase, which is considerably easier. Although days 11 to 20 are not unbearable, they are still uncomfortable and will require discipline and commitment on your part. By this time, however, you will already be getting used to waking up early. You will develop confidence and make positive associations with the benefits of your new habit. So stay committed. Phase 3 is where real transformation occurs. You shift from an identity that says, "I'm not a morning person," to one that says, "I am a morning person." Instead of dreading the alarm clock, you become excited to wake up and get going because you've been consistently doing it for over 20 consecutive days. You're starting to see and feel the benefits. This process helps you incorporate being a morning person into your identity. Once you achieve that and identify with it, it becomes easier to act that way. Take it easy. As we learn from Marcus Aurelius, pay attention to the situation at hand and ask yourself, why is this so unbearable? Why can't I bear this? You might find you're ashamed to answer because the truth is Our brains prioritize instant gratification, valuing short-term rewards over long-term benefits. This is why many people fail to maintain exercise routines in the first 10 days. Most people don't realize that these first 10 seemingly unbearable days are only temporary. They think this is how the new habit will always be and tell themselves, if the new habit is so painful, it's not worth it. This is why, when we can't wake up early one day, we often procrastinate and tell ourselves we'll start waking up early next Monday or next month. We need to understand that our ability to persist is what makes us disciplined and strong. Life is not linear, and we have limited control over it. We can only control what we do with our days. Each new day brings a new life and another opportunity to be better. So forgive yourself for waking up late today and commit to waking up early tomorrow. Everyone can fight for one day. Practice discipline in little things. Marcus Aurelius reminds us to discipline ourselves in small matters and gradually progress to greater ones. If you have a headache, practice not cursing. Avoid cursing every time you experience pain. This doesn't mean you can't express discomfort, but don't let it consume you. The word discipline comes from the Latin word discipline, meaning teaching or instruction. Practicing discipline in small things means constantly shaping ourselves and training our mental resistance to waking up early. Here's how you can practice this. First, place your alarm clock as far away from your bed as possible. This forces you to get up and movement generates energy. Getting up to turn off your alarm helps wake you up naturally. If your alarm clock is right next to your bed, you might turn it off or hit the snooze button, which isn't helpful. Hitting the snooze button in the morning doesn't make sense. It's like saying, I hate waking up, so I'll do it again and again. If the alarm is far from your bed, you'll have to get out of bed to turn it off. By then, you're already standing, making it easier to stay awake. Leave the room as soon as you turn off the alarm. Don't allow yourself to rationalize going back to bed. If you let your brain convince you not to wake up early, you never will. So don't go back to bed. Force yourself to leave the room. Second, make your bed. By making your bed in the morning, you complete the first task of the day, giving you a small sense of pride and motivation to complete another task. This small task can lead to completing many other larger tasks throughout your day. Making your bed also reinforces the idea that small things matter. And if you can't manage the small things correctly, you'll never be able to handle the big things. Find an accountability partner. Once you recognize your goal of waking up early, having a reliable accountability partner is crucial. As we strive towards our objectives, one skill stands out above all others: the ability to hold ourselves accountable. An accountability partner is someone who supports another person in maintaining their commitments. This partner can be a friend, family member, or colleague who has already achieved the goal you're aiming for. In this case, your accountability partner will help you remain consistent with your morning routines and progress toward your goals. Choose someone who is equally dedicated, shares similar values, is available when you are, and is genuinely interested in helping you succeed with your morning routine. An accountability partnership is beneficial because knowing that you will report to someone who is emotionally and energetically invested in your success keeps you on track, even during tough times. Remember mortality. Marcus Aurelius advises us that since you might leave life at any moment, conduct every act and thought accordingly. The Stoics routinely kept the perspective of death in mind. You can practice this each morning. There's a phrase in Stoic philosophy, memento mori, which means, remember that you will die, the only perennial truth. Whether rich or poor, successful or not, religious or philosophical, it doesn't matter. You will die. The point of this reminder is not to be morbid or promote fear, but to inspire, motivate, clarify, and clarify. This morning, routine will help you keep perspective on the things that truly matter, which are your internal principles and your home, your money, your fame. It's temporary, and it can be taken away from you at any moment. The only thing that can never be taken away from you is your character. It's only our character that defines us and guides us through life. A person can rise or fall solely due to the virtues or flaws of their character, and often that's what leaves a legacy. So, the idea of remembering your death will anchor you, just like Steve Jobs. Every morning, look at yourself in the mirror and ask, if today was the last day of my life, would I want to do what I'm about to do today? And if you go too many days without saying yes to this question, then you know you need to change something very quickly. Don't miss the opportunity to live your life truly stuck in something you hate. It's not death that a man should fear, but never having begun to live. 9. Practice negative visualization. Every morning we are advised by Marcus Aurelius. When you wake up in the morning, say to yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. They are like this because they can't tell good from evil. Instead of imagining an ideal society, the Stoics see the world as it is. Negative visualization is all about keeping your expectations in check and being much more honest with yourself. What could go wrong? How would you handle such scenarios? Can you overcome or plan for them? When you prepare for the worst, you are in a better place to deal with disasters if and when they arise. For example, you're going to work and your boss is treating you poorly, but because you've already visualized this scenario in the morning, you're always prepared for your boss not cooperating. You'll be pleasantly surprised when he unexpectedly treats you well. But even if he never does, you're prepared and always able to stay composed. For instance, imagine you want to close a significant deal and have an important meeting with a major client. In the morning, you've already considered the possibility of getting very nervous and stuttering, or the client having many questions because your presentation isn't clear. However, as you've anticipated this situation and mentally prepared to handle the anxiety, you remain calm, control your emotions, and can deliver a successful presentation. Visualizing negative occurrences makes you less fearful of them. It makes you less anxious when they happen and mentally equips you to manage the crisis if it arises. Appreciate your life. In our final quote in this Marcus Aurelius video, he says to the gods, "I am indebted for having good grandparents, good parents, a good sister, good teachers, good associates, good relatives and friends. Almost everything is good." Marcus Aurelius is very honest and humble about how he developed his values and ethics, and shows immense gratitude to those who helped him become who he was. We can also replicate this by keeping a gratitude journal. Maintaining a gratitude journal is a simple process. Gratitude doesn't need to be reserved for life's big moments. The habit of being grateful starts with appreciating all the good things in life and recognizing that nothing is too small to be thankful for. Every day, you should choose 3 to 5 things you're grateful for and write them down in a notebook or journal. So if you've had a tough day at work, focus on returning home to your family or your pet, or simply be grateful for being alive. Appreciating your life before going to bed not only provides you with a peaceful night's sleep, but also gives you a reason to wake up confidently to face the new challenges of the day. Remember that your first thought in the morning is often the last thought you have before going to bed. We've all had nights when we were so excited about a trip, a new job, or a vacation that we could hardly sleep. As soon as the alarm went off, you jumped out of bed super excited. And the same goes if your thought before sleep is, "Wow, I'm so tired. I can't believe I have to wake up early tomorrow." When you wake up, your first thought will be, "It's time to get up. I just want to keep sleeping." So decided to create a positive expectation every night consistently for the following morning. Be grateful. Forgive yourself for the day's failures and commit to doing your best in the new day that will come. Things do not change. We change. And if you like this video, be sure to check out our full playlist on Stoicism. Help us spread this philosophy. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if this content is rewarding for your life. I'll leave 2 videos here that you might be interested in watching too. See you soon.